Hey everybody, let me talk in this video about remote configuration. Firebase provides really amazing features. It named remote configuration. Imagine you have a millions users who are using your app, and you have a specific URL for your server, and you want to switch to another URL for the server. So that means you need to create a new update and you add it to the store so users could access to it. So what about if some user did not do the update? They could not access to the new server, so they will delete your app. So what about remote configuration? Remote configuration means you could configure your app remotely. It's really amazing. Imagine you have a price for something, you have price for something. So you need to update this price. You just update it in the server, it will be updated with all users. So if I go to the remote configuration, I get add start parameter. Let me name it price. Okay. Let me give it the first price will be $15. Okay. I will add it. I just add symbol. I just make publish change so I could publish to the server. Here you go. Now I have everything is good. Now I want to access to this data. So make sure to go to the document to see how we could use configuration. So if I go here, looking back, remote database, we already discussed it. So if you go remote configuration, yes, here you go. This is Android, use remote configuration. Then I go to my app. Then I make sure my app already is sitting with Firebase. If you didn't do the setting, do it please again. See the first video, then came back. Add this line to the end. It's for configuration. Make sure you synchronize your app again. When you synchronize and you've done everything, that is great. Now we need to go to next step. We have a default value on the server side, but you need to have something default on the user side. Okay, let me on the resource create add. First create a new directory because Android SAM directory he just removed it from your project, so you could add it only when you use it. So the one that we needed is the XML. So let me look for XML. Yes, here we go. This directory I added. Now I have this file folder. Now I click right. A new XML, let me name it price tool. Okay, it's better to do it in this way. Here you go. Why is not this one? I don't use layout, I using references, so don't care about this part. So now, okay, I have XML. I have some default value in my XML. So I say, okay, I have default value map. Okay. This is for default value. What the default value that I have is some entry. Okay, make sure I have entry. Well, the entry, this entry have two parts for sure. It's key and value. I'll say okay. I'll say the key. What the key I have it in the real-time database? The key I have in the real-time database is the price. So okay, I would make sure here I will add the price. Then I have to have value. I add for it. Okay, I have also default value. Let me name it. What the value that I have it by default in the database? This is a default value. You could do it. You could add any value you have. Okay, you would like, but okay, I'm using this one as a default, so I just make sure have it the value as a default. This configuration is the default configuration. If my app could not access to the server by any chance, he will read this one from my code. So make sure you add default map, then your entry. If you have many entries, make sure you add entry. This one entry with key value. If you have more, do it and add them. So yes, this is only the simple part for how you could do configuration. Now I want to work with the configuration. First of all, let me go to my Java file and start working from here. If you go to the documentation, you would see a little interesting part. You say, okay, first of all, you create a new instance from Firebase database. Okay, let me just go back here and create the instance. For sure, he's looking for something for Firebase configuration. So make sure you just create Firebase remote config. So say, okay, Firebase remote config. This is as instance. Then okay, I have this instance. I want just let me minimize this one so you could see the code more clear. I want first of all I want to set some default. Okay, I would say okay, if he could not find anything, let me set a default. So I would say set default for me. If he could not get access, it should be r.xml dot the file name is for a price. Yes, the price tool. So okay, by default the please read from this file if you could not access to anyone by chance. If not, okay, continue and read the value from the server. Then I would say, okay, how long time I want to stay, or I want to keep this cache active before I go back to the server and read the update. I will say I will keep it expired for 1 hour. So every 1 hour I will read the data from the server. Now how I could read the data, I will say, okay, mfile dot fetch for the expiration date. I say, okay, please fetch the data from the server every 1 hour. Then on complete, add on complete listener, should be a new on complete listener. So now, okay, every 1 hour, now we could display this message. I say, okay, to us dot make text, get application context, then the message that I have it for a price. Then I will say to us dot log. Yes, now I want this code not execute all the time, only if he success in fetching the data. So okay, if the task is successed, okay, I'll say, okay, if the task that I have it as input is successed, like successfully he could bring the data from the server, okay, please do this 2 line of code. Otherwise, don't do it. So I say, okay, do this 2 line of code, then I'm done. So when you do this 2 line of code, just when you're done, please update this Firebase. So I say, okay, fetch next. I say what I'm doing is active fetch to activate it. Okay, that's great. I have everything is good. Now I'm working in developer mode. So in developer mode, it's better to change this one to 0 because I don't want to wait 1 hour. So, but when you upload it to the store, please make it to specific time. So, but I'm in developer mode, I keep it 0 just for development. So if I run it again and see what's happened, here's the app. Just let me close it and see, reopen it here from here again. You will see $15. Now if you want to update this value just from the server, you update it to the 16, for example, and you just close the app and reopen it again, you will see it update. But just make sure publish it before do this operation. Now you have published, you could do the operation again. Here we're done, and thank you for watching.